Hi, so we're going to see how this goes. I thought I would do an actual live video today rather than recording and voicing over. So I hope the sound is okay. I'll try and project my voice. I'm not always very loud, so I get told off a lot for that. So today's challenge, or this monthly challenge for Hey Little Magpie Chat and Inspiration, is to use multiple photos. So I want you to use at least 3 photos on your layout. This is something that I'm doing more and more as I realise just how many photos I've got to get through. So it's a great way of showcasing those photos. It's also brilliant for things like this that I'm doing today, where you've taken a series of photos of something and you just want to get them on a page. So this is a series of photos of us in Liverpool back in 2018. And I've been to Oaxaca restaurant for a lovely meal, and then sat on one of the benches outside and ate ice cream. So this is a series of Amelia eating her ice cream and pulling silly faces at me as I snapped photos. I don't think she was terribly impressed that I was taking photos. There you go. So I'm going to do a vertical page, and I've pulled out, you can see, a load of scraps here. I'm not really too sure what I'm doing yet, but I just thought I'll pull my scraps, because if you've been watching my videos, you'll know that I'm on a mission to use some of the scraps that I've got in my scrap bin. I've also cut a film strip from one of the Hey Little Magpie dies, so I thought I could use that. And I really like this paper, but it's got a lot of holes punched out of it, so it's just working out how I can hide those holes and get some use out of it. So maybe like that. I like a vertical stripe, so definitely want to get that pink dotty paper in there. I'm just trying to decide if this is actually going to work, or whether I'm going to hide all of that pink paper. That might work. So you'll see how much I faff now doing this live. So I think we're just going to have to commit and stick things down. So I definitely want the paper to show here. And then, do I have it as a going downwards, or do I want to go up? I think going down. So just try and get these in place. Try not to cover Ross up too much on the bottom photo. And James's ice cream as well. Move that over a bit. I'll get there. Doesn't really matter because he's got it on that photo as well. And then maybe have the black. Yeah, I think we can do the black like that. So this pink is very similar pink to that one. Let's see if we can layer this one somewhere. Maybe have that at the bottom. So, beautiful sunny day here in Warrington. How's your weather today? I hope you've got some nice plans for the weekend. I've got a day of scrapping. James is doing one of his makers markets, and he's employed Amelia to go with him today. So we'll see how that turns out. I'm quite excited that he's involving his sister as well. It's nice that they're both getting on so well. So maybe like that. And you can see I'm just layering up as I go. I may still distress these edges, I'm not quite sure. I really like this bright pink and orange dot. I wanted to use that instead. Decisions. I should have gone live, shouldn't I? And then you could have advised what I should do. I think I'll use this one. Just grab my bigger trimmer. And I'll take a slice from this side, so I've still got that torn edge to use on a future layout if I want to. So that, and then some of this one, maybe a larger piece of that. So let's see. Yep, so I'll cut this one down to about there. Is that about 1.5 inches off, I think? There we go. And then you can see I've got that little piece of tag that I tried to use on the previous layout and it didn't work. I think that might work today. Poking out somewhere. We'll see. Yeah, I think that's going to work. So I'm just going to grab my edge distresser if I can find it, get in my drawer, and start distressing these edges. So I do enjoy a distressed edge on my pages. It just takes a little bit of time. And I am going to stick all these pieces to each other rather than to the background page, because I think I'm going to add a little bit of inking to the back. Obviously I don't want to make this video 6 hours long, so I'm trying to go as quickly as I can. Snap piece. So let me know what you think about this video. As I say, it's the first time that I've done a live, not live, as Chanel calls it, a video. It's pre-recorded, but I am scrapping in real time and not editing and voicing over. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let's glue these two pieces together. Luckily, this bright pink piece has the lines of the dots, so I can get it roughly straight there. I can see already that this isn't straight. This is the problem I have every time I create. I try and line things up and it never quite works, especially when you've got a grid like this. It's a little bit wonky. So just distress these edges quickly, just a light distressing. Do like the orange on the back of that, look. So I've sorted my scraps into colour groups. So I've got pink and red together, blue and green together, and so on and so forth. But the problem I have, like I mentioned previously, if you've watched my videos, is knowing which side to put in. I've seen somebody saying you just choose which side you prefer and put that in. So I've been trying to go with that, but then I put this in the pink, but then I flipped it over and saw that gorgeous orange, and I thought, oh, should I have used the orange? So just stick this down. I'm just going slightly further down towards the bottom of the page. Trying to get it all straight. This pink piece definitely isn't straight, so just try and put that on again. That's more like it. Just using those grid lines on that pink piece to try and get it a bit more straight. And then I've got my Stampers Anonymous stamps, these brush strokes. You'll have seen me using these plenty of times. I absolutely love them. So I think I'm going to go in with maybe a pale blue, because we've got that blue in the sky. That's probably going to work. One of my hairs there. So nice block. Take this wider piece. And then I'm just going to stamp this behind here. So just getting the ink on. And then bring in the brush strokes so that they come out, peep out from behind. different levels. And I'm going to come in with a different stamp afterwards and some pink, I think, maybe picked raspberry or something. Let's see. Yeah, can't see that one at all. And I'm not being too precious with how I ink the stamp because I like this textured look that you get. You see how it creates those striations where I've got the ink sort of all over. Just a little bit more on that piece there. And then I want to bring some out the other side as well, so see how that's going to look. Yep, like that. Not quite so many out this side, and I'm going to use both sides of the stamp. I'll use this side now. See how that's looking. Just maybe one more piece up here, and I think that's probably enough. Bring it out a little bit more than that bottom one. There we go. And then, like I say, I'm going to bring a different stamp with the picked raspberry. I think is going to work nicely with this. So one of the thinner brushstroke stamp pieces. And I don't want to bring too much of this in, just a little bit. You're supposed to bring the ink to the stamp, aren't you? Right. A little bit here, a bit up here, and I'm going to add some black stitching as well with one of my stitching stamps. Try not to get them, I want them to be offset against each other rather than lined up, so just one more down here. Is there enough on the stamp? Yep. And then, as I say, I'll grab one of my stitching stamps. I should have pulled that out before I started. Yeah. Again, the Tim Holtz. I've got a lovely LE Studio one as well, but this is the first one I set my hands on. And I'm going to use my archival ink for this, just because it gives a really crisp image. And it's permanent. If I want to splatter some water, which I'm considering, this will stay, it won't bleed. So, piece there. These are brilliant stamps, really good quality. Bit here. And I'll use the reverse just to give differentiation. A bit up here. And maybe one just peeking out on this side. Yep, I think I'm happy with that. I don't want to have too much on there. And then I've got this tag, haven't I, that I was going to use. Maybe like that. I've also got these bits that I'd die cut previously. I thought might work. Further blue, I think. Layer them. I think that's going to work. And the notebook paper up there. Maybe just use the top of that actually. Just poking out like that, that's better. Right, before I go any further, let's get these bits stuck down. Let's do this. Oh look, straight away got my ATG on my card. I don't know why I'm still sticking. I think it's just habit, isn't it? Look, I've finished my background, I think. So why am I still trying to stick all this as a block? Like I say, I think it's just habit, but I may add a bit of water. Right, yeah, let's add a splattering of water. Let's grab a big paintbrush. And this will just lift up the ink. And blot it up with a paper towel. It's very subtle, but it just adds a little bit more texture to the background. You can see there. And here where it's bloomed, and there it's lifted it up. There we go. So let's get this stuck down and then I can carry on working out what else I'm going to do. Does that look straight? Maybe I should bring in my T-square. There we go. Just get this stuck down. I've got this gorgeous ampersand I really wanted to use, but I'm not so sure now. Yeah, I think it'll work there. I just love these. This is another one of the new Hey Little Magpie Dies. I do love a big ampersand on a page. Just add something there. Always have a tab for my date. Just work out where to put that. And I love this black and white paper. I cut some of these little, again, these are from our new dies, the tabs and tags. Sorry if you can hear my rolly chair. I forget, because I normally do voiceovers, it doesn't really matter about the sound in the background, but of course I need to be more aware that you can hear everything now, can't you? I don't know, maybe here. Gosh, I do mess about, don't I? Yeah, like that. Just get that stuck down. And there. This here. And then I can add my date to that tab shortly. Definitely need some ribbon or something in there. This was just hanging out on my desk. Again, one of the florals. I do like these. I don't know whether that tab would be better over here. Yeah, I'm just going to add that because it's there. Just adds a bit of interest to that right hand side. More glue on there again. There we go. Right, let's find something to go in this. Wish I brought some of my string over. Oh, I have got some wax twine. That pink will go nicely. Or do I want to contrast? Maybe I'd be better contrasting actually with this bluey green. So as I say, you're seeing how much I faff now when I'm trying to decide what to do in my layout. Just add that to the side. I'll probably just tie that in a bow, I think. These strings somewhere. What next? I found these stickers. I've been trying to use these up. I don't know. Maybe along there. I think that might work. And I know I'll have to come back in and add some glue to these afterwards, but I'll just stick them down. For now, these are very old. Definitely American Crafts. Crepe paper maybe? See, that O's already gone. They're pretty hidden, aren't they, there? Try to put them along here. Stagger them. When you're rushing and you can't get anything straight, how does it? Right, so I want to say hello Liverpool or hello summer. Let's see what we've got. I just pulled a few things out. Is there anything on here? Hello, summer memories. Not sure about that. I don't think I've got enough letter S, U, only one M. Could use an upside down W. No E's either, no. No. Might use some of those in a minute. I think I may have to spell out. I pulled out these Sunshine on My Mind stickers. Let's go with summer. And I'll try and stick to the yellows. I always spell backwards if you're wondering what's going on, just so that I can get the letters in the right place. I know where I want it to end. So by going with the last letter first, you can make sure that the positioning is right. So you. Oh gosh. There's summer. And then I want something here. There were some chevrons in here. I think these blue ones will work. They're the same blue. Yeah, same blue as that. So let's go with that. I might have to move this down down slightly. I think it'll work. Always go with threes. I have no idea why. I just like the look of threes together. What else do we want to add? I need to add the date, so let's do that now. Always use a scrap of card. I just think it stands out more if I put it on white and then glue it down. I'd set my date stamp to the date before I started. That looks like 2010, doesn't it? It was definitely 2018. So I'll just bring my pen in and write that a little more clearly. You can see it more clear. Maybe it's just the angle I was at, but there you go. And I'm just going to add my journaling to this tag. I do need to add lines because I am terrible. So just a few lines here. Just want to say what we did. Lunch at Oaxaca, then ice cream on the high street. So is there anything else that I need to do? I've got that a bit wet. My desk must have been wet. See if there were any words that I wanted to add from here. The sun is shining, will work nicely. Young, wild and free. Let's see if there's one for the top here. Times. Anything else? I think that's it. I shall go in and add some glue to that later. I'll add this photo to the group. So your challenge is to use multiple photos, at least 3. I printed these using the photo app, the Becky Higgins Project Live photo app, and I put 4 onto one 4x6 photo. You could just trim some down, or you could use large photos if you want. Hope you enjoy the challenge. You've got all of June to complete it, and looking forward to seeing your creations. Thank you so much. Bye.